Happy New Year with Boxycharm and Ipsy. You guys, it is technically the end of December today that I am filming this. I have both my January bag and box for Ipsy Boxycharm, so why not just film this early? So I know by the time you see this though, it is January, because I do have my year-end favorites video up, and don't forget to check out the best and worst of Boxycharm and Ipsy. That video has been up since Christmas Eve, but what a busy season, right? So today we are going to be jumping into these January pieces, and let's find out, are we starting off the year with a bang? I think this is just going to be an unboxing portion of the video, and then on a different day, I'm going to give you my ideas, let you know what I'm thinking. So let's begin. Now I like to start with the bag because I told you guys in my end of year full-on review, I think the bag is a great place to start if you're thinking about going back into the subscription world, because you can definitely do all the add-ons that you see for the box and every other thing. Whoa. We're starting off the year glittering, and you know I like that. This is a fun little bag here, and we do have a glow your soul insert. I love that. I am having some glowy products on my face today and some skincare, and pretty much nothing else except for some little falsies outside of here, because why not? Inside the little insert here, we have some Ipsy Insider must-haves, which are listing out some of their favorites. Are these in the bag? Let's find out together. This is a cute bag. The Toy Factory is the first thing I'm seeing here on top. I have received from them the Toy Factory liners that are pretty good, but I have no idea what this is. It says it's a mini, and it says it's a translucent, whatever it is. So I'm assuming a powder, but let's find out. Ah, yes, an Ultra Set Mineral Niacinamide Setting Powder. There are 2.2 grams of product in here, so I will be trying this for sure. I like that there's a sifter in here. Ooh, got little pebbles here. Let's see. Do they smooth out? They do. Pretty nice. It says it's translucent, and I think that's right. Ooh, eyeshadow rose gold. I have no idea who this brand is, but this is a lot of eyeshadow, right? Look at that. I'm gonna say this is Downtown Paris is the brand. It says they are vegan and cruelty-free, so I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this for funsies. I don't generally gravitate to a lot of liquid shadows, but there's always an exception, right? I have learned that there are some things, if they're good, I'll fall in love with them. Actually looks like this could be good on the body too. Look at that. Some New Year's glow. A little chunky, but that could just be that top layer. Is this another liner? You guys know my biggest gripe last year was how many eyeliners I got. I got too many. I had probably more than one a month. Island Eyeliner YC collection. Hard to read whatever this is supposed to be for this brand. Ooh, and we've got some eye cream in here from a brand I'm unfamiliar with, but it looks like they're cruelty-free, so I'm excited to play with this. And the last thing in the Ipsy bag is, ooh, Ren Clean Skincare. This is a Glow and Protect Serum. Ooh. Looks very clinical, doesn't it? My goodness. It's the world's first tube and reclosable break-off nozzle made with recycled aluminum. That's great. But what are you? Just a Glow and Protect Serum. There is literature if you take the box apart. To take the box apart at the correct spot and then open it up for some literature. It tells you the ingredients. I'm seeing a lot of different languages, but I'm not finding English. You're chewing in the background, that's Cooper on a bone. He wants to impress you by chewing on a bone. I don't know why. He does that though. Yeah, there's nothing here in English, so I don't know what it's supposed to do other than be glowy and protecting serum. And this is when you're going to hear me do a one more time gripe about how much I miss the cards to give a little bit more detail on what the product is. So I do miss that feature. That was a OG, like a Boxycharm original. So I'm going to have to go online and figure out what this does. Now let's move on to the box, shall we? I mean, this is the part that gets pretty exciting for a lot of us because we want to know, are we starting off the year with a bang? Are we going to be really stoked to see bubble wrap? Oh my goodness, wouldn't that be a moment? Oh. We have more paperwork in here. I like that we're seeing some paperwork in here from Boxycharm because it just like is that extra touch to talk to your clientele, your charmers, if you will. Talks about power picks, other things. This is definitely oxidized more pink, more rose gold pink as time has gone on, just so you know. My goodness, you guys, let's take a look. Falling out immediately is Instant Crush. Is it like Candy Crush? Half Caked. I do like cake. I've had a little too much of the sweets over the holiday. Oh, it's a lip gloss. I finally found what it was in this tiny little font. Tiny. These are massive. These are not tiny. Let's see. Ooh, these are both lip glosses. So this is the shade Crystal Baller, and this is the shade Mesmerize. Let's take a look. Crystal Baller looks to be just a nice pearlescent lip gloss, something that goes on top of whatever you have going. There is some shine there though, we can definitely see. And Mesmerize looks to be pinky toned, like it's a little bit more of that nude persuasion that we know I love. Ooh. Looks like it'll juice up your lips. I love that. Want a little bit of chapstick I'm gonna wipe off like a little savage and just, You with a name like cake, you'd want it to smell good. And it does. Almost a little fruity, I would say. Like, what is that? I was expecting more like vanilla scents and I got more like fruity. We have some Saturday Skin right on top here. This is so exciting when we do get some good skincare. Okay, I think that my white balance was not balancing with how this packaging is. It's a gentle cleanser, which is super exciting because I'm almost out of my Tatcha one that I got from the Luxe box. Not Luxe. What do they call it now? Icon box. This is a very fruity scent. Now, I like that. My husband, I'll find out because you guys know my husband tries all of my skincare products and you guys always want to know what his thoughts are because he is picky, although I'm supposed to say particular, aren't I? He's picky. He doesn't like peach flavored things, so he may not like the smell of this. I just think it smells very fruit-like in general. We'll see what he says. I may not even tell him that there's peach listed in the name and we'll see what happens. Feel. Okay, we have something here that feels like skincare and it's called Feel. Squalane facial oil that is cruelty-free, vegan, sugar-derived squalene 90% reduces wrinkles, vitamin C brightens skin. Now I know not everybody may need a product like this, but it seems like it would be a nice high value, so I'm really curious. I'm gonna take a look real quick. It looks like this is actually very affordable and it looks like it's about $15. I'll be giving this a try and keeping you guys posted. This is very makeup light. I will just say that, and I've mentioned before, I'm someone who likes a little bit more makeup, but we have two more products in here. One is makeup, and one looks to be, oh, I thought it was gonna be skincare, but it's hair care, which I'm not mad about, so let's talk about it. This is We Are Paradox, and it is a volume blow dry spray. I am actually very excited about something like this because, and it's cruelty free, vegan. I love that we're seeing that more often in our boxes. As you guys may have seen in a recent shorts video I posted, I did get the, what is it called? The Shark Flex style, which is essentially the Shark version of the Dyson for the air wrap and stuff like that and for volumizing. So I'm gonna be putting this to the test for sure. Stay tuned. Now the last thing in the box does not have bubble wrap. Does not, so let's hope it's not broken because it is an eyeshadow palette. Oh, I hope that's not anything broken. Let's find out. This is from Ofra. This is their signature palette Luxe. Don't be broken, please don't be broken, please don't be broken. Oh, it does not look broken. Yay, yes! I hope nobody's comes broken. This is what the signature palette looks like. Super pretty. Got the names right up top here. Okay, so we also have Rodeo Drive in here. This is one of their iconic highlighters, but it looks like also, you know, we can use it as an eyeshadow, which we've always known we can use highlighters as eyeshadow, and it looks like they're just repurposing this. I will say I probably have enough Rodeo Drive to glitter all the gold mines in the world because I do have a few of these. So I have another one, but I am excited to try their eyeshadows. And as we can see, this is totally up my alley. It's a very neutral, warm tone palette. So yes, we're gonna play with that in this video as well. So now that we're done with the unboxing portion, I'm gonna skip to another day where we're gonna put on some makeup together and talk about some reviews. through the magic of editing, it is the new year officially while I am filming this. So happy new year to all of my friends. And yes, I have been trying the skincare, the little bit of makeup we got in the bag and the box, and I think I could have messed up on something, but we're gonna get into it. Starting with the bag that we got from Ipsy, I already have some feelings, and I have said I think the bag is a great entry point into getting back into subscriptions because the add-ons are gonna make it so worth it. However, this particular bag, honestly not my favorite. I've definitely had better bags. And usually if I don't like the bag, the box can sometimes balance it out. So I kind of feel that way, kind of don't this time, which stinks because January, I want to knock it out of the park right away to give you guys a reason to get hyped for the new year with Boxycharm or Ipsy. And I'm only like, meh, honestly, right now. So there was a ton of skincare. Like this morning when I was putting on all the skincare, I couldn't even really do all the things because it's a lot of skincare. So I'm only kind of like okay with this month so far. With the skincare that we received from both, I did put them all on my face today, but with skincare, I can't really give you much of a review until later. And I also feel like sometimes these smaller ones, you're not gonna actually see the results from that type of skincare to notice a difference. So that's why I'm usually kind of like on small skincare items. And I have to say, one stumped me today. Like I feel like I could have spent about an hour Googling how to open this, but I spent a good like 15-20 minutes trying to figure out the Ren skincare, and I could not figure out, even on the Ren skincare website, how to use this mini. This is the Radiance Glow Protective Serum, and it boasted being able to have a reusable cap. I could not figure it out. I'm sure someone has figured it out by now, and I wish their video would have been uploaded before I even tried to mess with this, because I've been trying, and it just, I had to cut off the top, and it took me several tries, because I just thought, maybe I could pinch it closed or something once I cut it. No, nothing was coming out. I had to pretty much cut it down to the base, and now I'm just gonna put this in a zippy, like a little Ziploc bag, because I didn't know what else to do. And honestly, skincare should not be this much of a hassle to get into. There wasn't any information on the packaging of what the claims are for this, and I did look it up, and it does look like it's gonna brighten the skin, do some great things, but I don't know if you're gonna see it from this much product anyways, to be honest with you. And getting into this baby was a bit of a doozy. I didn't care for it, and now I need to go get a baggie to make sure I can use up the rest of it. Verfi Eye Care, I don't really know if I'm saying that right, was very nice going on. I just used my fingertips, lightly dabbed it underneath. Again, I'm not gonna know if this is doing anything for me. I use other eye creams that I know do a great job, a tiny little bit, so I don't know, maybe we'll see something, maybe we won't. If you've tried either of these, let us know your thoughts. The way I actually started, also the top part of my skincare was from the box, not the bag. It was the Feel Squalane Facial Oil. And this said it had some serious claims to it, and I definitely used this over the weekend as well. It says this product is highly concentrated. Only a small amount is needed. Apply onto skin and massage into desired areas. So I've done that now for a couple of days, and I am noticing, as you could see, some breakouts. I've got breakouts. So I don't know if it was from this. I don't know if it's because, let's be serious, it was the holidays. I wasn't eating so great. Well, I was. It was tasty, but it wasn't like healthy for me. I'm feeling a little bit of bloat today, but that's fine. New year, working on the health, all the things that we do once January comes. It says this is going to reduce wrinkles and brighten the skin. So I'm hopeful I'm going to see some positive results from this. So again, stay tuned. And the question is when will I see results? I don't know. We're going to find out together. Be subscribed, because I do give you guys updates on these products that I get from my subscriptions. So I didn't have a lot to put on with you that you could honestly see. So it was one of those months where I just really wish we had more makeup to kick off the year. We could still get great skincare. I don't mind great skincare. What I mind is, well, the minis, because you're not going to see a lot with that going forward. And it was so makeup light that honestly, I didn't have much to show. I put on my favorite foundation because I wanted the little mini powder that I got to have some type of, good base. A lot of you guys know from my favorites video, I love this Micelio foundation. It's truly my favorite. I've had it since like middle of last year and I am rubbing the sides of it to get the rest of it out. And I have gotten some great mini powders before from bags. So I approached it the way I have other minis, where I actually like to use a bigger eyeshadow brush because then I can use that to get under the eyes, on the nose, definitely get around just to see how well this will bake under the eyes specifically, where I tend to, because of my expressive eyes, have some creping if I'm not careful. I will say, I think this has done a pretty good job so far from the Toy Factory, the Ultra Set. It's a translucent mineral niacinamide powder, and I think it does a really nice job. Let me get a little swatch for you. As you can see, it has, even though it's translucent, you can definitely see it when you just put a little bit on your finger there. And then as you apply it to the skin, it just definitely blends into it. And it definitely sits in there nicely. My under eyes, I feel like look really nice. And then I ended up taking a bit of a, kind of a paddle brush style and then putting it all over the face to see how it would lay with the rest of the makeup. I want to give this some more at bats because I didn't have a lot of makeup to play with today, and I feel like the skincare, the amounts of skincare that I got to at least start trying some of these for you to give you some type of review, but it's honestly just too soon to tell. I'd like to try it on a little bit more normal day for my skin to be able to tell, but so far I think the powder was really lovely. Applies well, everything seems to be sitting nicely, and when I have used this under my eyes on other days, I didn't notice any creping or anything through the day, even though it is drier right now, and I live in a very humid state, but it's very dry right now, and that's a good sign. So fingers crossed that it continues to work well. I did not get to try for you yet the Paradox Volume Blow Dry Spray. I'm going to be trying this probably in the next week or so. I needed to give my hair a little bit of a break from doing all of the blow dries that I was doing to it because, like I said, it is drier and it was starting to affect my hair, so I needed to give her a couple of curly days that my hair naturally does in between, and then I'm going to go back to this to see how it does when I do a blowout with my new Shark Flex Styler. So stay tuned for maybe a faves and fails for this so I can let you know how I like it. Again, not makeup, but I am excited for that. It is small though to be in the box. Is this the biggest they come in? Actually, I'm gonna look this up really quick. So it does have a larger size that you can get. So I'm sitting here counting what came in my bag. I'm like, this was not in the bag, this was in the box. It says it's a full size on the Ipsy website though. It says it's supposed to help you achieve thicker, fuller, healthier looking hair in no time. So I will be trying this very soon. Like I said, I wanted to for this video, but my hair was just already not cooperating and I knew it wouldn't showcase this as best as it could. So I needed to give her a curly day in between. Let's talk about the thing I was super excited to get into, the Ofra Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. This is the Signature Palette Luxe. I love this color story, and we already know I love Rodeo Drive as a highlighter. This was just so exciting to get into. I also want to take a really quick moment to thank Shadi G for tagging me in the Ofra PR. That was just so sweet. She had Ofra send me her palette, and then Ofra reached out to me and sent me the palette, and now she's nominating me to get PR for this year. And for those of you guys that have started to as well, I so appreciate that. The more PR lists I can get on, the more I can showcase to you, is it worth your money? So I always really appreciate when the community comes together like that. It just makes you feel like you're doing something and you're making friends, and that's so fun. The eyeshadows today have gone on super beautifully. I love how this all laid and I could build it up. This outside shade here, Truffle, I just did very lightly at first, and then I wanted to see, as it was spreading really nicely, could I build it up on top of itself without there being any muddiness or patchiness, and it went on beautifully. I could not believe that I could get the depth and richness that almost looked like two different shades on my lid if I wanted it to be. So I loved that. I thought I did a great job. And then I decided I wanted to go in with Divine on the lid, and that was so yummy. Now I will say, I feel like that could have been a total look and been done with it, and I almost did, but we got something in my bag that I was like, all right, I need to try this. And now I kind of have regrets about it, a few regrets, if you will, because I don't think this was intended to go on top of something that's so beautifully punchy like the Ofra palette, because she's got some great pigmentation to her. I think this is more for a natural look because I put it on top of the Divine color, and while you could see a little bit of a color shift and a little bit more dazzling on the lids, it looks great, it looks fine. I feel like this is more intended to be a standalone. This is the Downtown Paris like rose gold eyeshadow, and again, so much product. Look how big this is. The swatch that I had on my hand from the first day when I gave you guys just that quick unboxing, it showed up so well. I feel like you could go a little too much with this, but I feel like this is a one and done type product. So if you're doing a lazy girl, natural girl day, this is all you need for your eye look. Truly. Because it is beautiful. It has that nice luminosity to it, so you'll see it on the lids, and then you could just be done. You could put like a matte shade in the crease if you wanted to. I would definitely say don't do as much as I just did, because now it's like caking up a little bit. But it lasted so long on my hand, even through some washings, that I was like, all right, now I gotta scrub this off. It's really pretty, but I think this is meant, it's kind of intended just for more of like a natural day on the lids, not with maybe what I was going for today. But it's the two products that I had for makeup, and I was like, I have to give you guys as much as I can because there was so little makeup in these two bags and boxes. I wanted to try everything for you. So I can tell you, I think this would be a little bit more of a standalone piece. But she's pretty. There's a lot of product. I mean, if you can go through this, it only has a 6-month life though, as most cream ones do. This is a lot of product to go through. So you can even, like I said, put it on the body. Let's just do that for funsies. I know it's an eyeshadow, but let's just see. Even though I'm very pale right now, let's see if I could just warm up the body with this. Like a little bit, like, whoo, whoo. Maybe in summertime, she would be like a full moment of like glisteningness on the skin. Possibly right there. Makeup doesn't really have that many rules to it, so you can do whatever you want, however you want with your makeup. I mean, look at that bling. Woo-hoo. But I will say this eyeshadow palette was probably my favorite thing of the month. Then I did take the darker shade brown with a very precise small angle brush, and then just did a little bit of a drag out wing for it because I knew I was going to do just some outside lashes today, and it just worked so well. Very smooth, very easy to work with, not patchy. I mean, this is a great palette that I could see myself reaching into a ton. I love the color story and I love the formula. The only thing left to let you guys know my thoughts on is the lip glosses. Now these are products from Half Caked. That's not something I've really heard of before, but I will say I was really shocked at the iridescent. Okay, the word is iridescent, and I want to say iridescentness of this. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I think you do. You speak Nicholish by now, don't you? You probably do. The white crystally shade I think is going to be really pretty when your girl has more color to her skin, because right now I'm super pale, and when I did put this on, I feel like it just kind of didn't look so good on my skin. It smells really good, but it definitely has that iridescent purple and blue sparkle tones. That's the shade Crystal Baller that I tried on originally when I was doing the unboxing, and this one here is Mesmerize. Now I think this looks beautiful on my lips today, and I do have a liquid lipstick on top, but it is so pretty. You can see it from here. I think these are gonna be awesome this spring and summer. And there's definitely some glitter into them. As I'm wiping this off, I can see like blue, indigo, like glitter flecks. But I will say the the iridescentness of this really juices up the lips. It gives them that pow punch to really make them look pouty, juicy, and I don't find that it is like gooping on my lips. It's not sticky on my lips. It's just like sticky if you were to put it on your skin for a swatch, which why would you do that? But when I take a sip, yes, there's going to be transfer, but it's not sticking to the can. It's not sticking to my own lips. You know what I'm saying? Since we did get an eyeliner, I couldn't tell what color it was because when I was reading the name of it, it just called it Island Eyeliner San Juan. And I was like, ooh, this could be like a brown. This could be like a sparkly deep chocolate shade, could be burnt orange. San Juan was just not telling me anything. I was just thinking tropical. I was thinking something. And the packaging is white and green. So I was like, well, maybe it's even green. I don't know. I'm going to give you one guess as to what it is. Go ahead. Write it in the comments before I say it. Go ahead. What color do you think the eyeliner is? Apparently San Juan is black. Pretty disappointed, but I'd already opened it. It does have like a little eraser on the bottom. I'm assuming for smudging, at least that's the other kinds that I've used. So I tight lined with it. I had already done this like cute little brown moment to go with the eye look. A black liner would have just been overkill for what I was going for. So I just did some tight lining up here on my top, and then I just thought that would make my lashes look a little fuller, and we'll see how that does. So it did, and it is still, if you get it into the corner of your lid, at least if you have eyes like mine, maybe they just don't like tight lining. It will smudge a bit here, but over here, it has not smudged as much, but I didn't, I guess, bring it down to the corner as much. So if I just keep it on the lid, it transfers less. So there's that for it. It is staying in my tight line area of my upper lids pretty nicely from what I can tell so far. And usually my eyes would have already like run like crazy, but it could still run through the day. I'm not sure. We shall see. A little disappointed it was black though when they called it San Juan. I was kind of excited for something a little bit more zhuzhy, and I have 10,262 black liners from last year. So, you know, that was a bit of a big bad bummer. If I would have known it was just going to be black, I probably just would have put it in a giveaway. Just because your girl has so much. I will say this is starting to look chunky on the edges here. The shadow, so definitely be mindful when you're spreading this. Maybe if you're doing a one-note look with it, maybe I'll try that soon and give you guys an update. But this is the January Boxycharm, and I feel like the face that my face is making just naturally of this is the January box. It just kind of feels like I've just eaten a sour lemon because it's not like the best thing in here. I like this a lot, the Ofra eyeshadow. The Toy Factory powder's good. It's just these small little components make it very hard for me, one, to remember, and two, to use up. For me personally, I've done it before or tried to. I hope this skincare is good, but I don't know yet. I'm excited to get something for hair that I think I'll use. Oh, I almost forgot one other thing from Boxycharm because it was blending in with my desk. We did get one more thing that I have tried at the end of the day when I'm going to wash all this off. I did get the Saturday Skin Apple and Peach Cleanser. So I have tried this. I need to give it some more at-bats when I'm wearing more makeup, such as today, because when I have tried it, I either wasn't wearing a lot of makeup or any makeup at all, and I do feel it dries a little bit of your skin, and I'm trying to figure out if that's just because right now we're having a bit of a cold spell in Florida and my face doesn't like that, or if it's gonna work really well. I love the smell of it. I have not gotten Adam to try it yet. I'll keep you posted if and when he does, because you guys know he likes to try a lot of my skincare, specifically the cleansers, and he has a lot of feelings and he does not hold back. But he did say, hey, will you try it first and let me know if it dries your skin or not, because he's also struggling with dry skin right now. And when I said it might dry you out just a touch, he was like, okay, then I'm gonna hold off for now. But so far, this is nice. Pretty gentle when you're using it. It's just the after effects where it's just a tinge drier, and those of us right now that are, you know, dealing with the January dryness, it may or may not affect you. So I will say the January box was okay. The January bag, I would give it a less than okay rating. I would say it was meh, because it's just, I could have done without all those products. Like, I could have happily lived my life without the little powder, without the eyeshadow, without another liner, and more skincare that are so tiny, possible to open, that I'm like, I'm not gonna really see any benefits from these. It's mostly just gonna tell me, does it break my skin out? That's the most it's gonna tell me, which, you know, can be good for a sensitive skin girl like me, but it feels like a waste of product sometimes when I'm like, I have a lot of skincare. I'd like a little bit more of the good stuff, please, as far as maybe the beauty aspect goes with makeup. The box for me this month was better than the bag. I'll say that much. I will also say I think this little accent here on the body is showing some texture on my skin. Maybe I applied too much because I just did it on a whim. It is still pretty though, but it is showing some texture on my skin in person. So just some stuff to keep in mind, maybe before you try things. Let me know, what do you think of this month's bag and box? Which was your favorite, the bag or the box? And I know a lot of you guys are still saying you're still gonna keep holding off on Boxycharm until you see kind of a little bit more. Some of you have definitely jumped in because you were like, it's 2024, I miss my box, I can't wait to put my selections in, because you do get to pick more items now. So let me know what you are thinking, which products were your favorites. This one's mine. And thank you so much, as always, for watching, you guys. I have some more fun videos coming for you. And again, let me know if you want to see a fails video from all of 2023. I'm hearing some yeses on that. So let me know, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, friends.